Okay, we're in over here. Happy Wednesday. So, our weekly Wednesday meditation. This week, let's talk a little bit about transformation and that part in between. That part in the middle of the metamorphosis, the part where the butterfly's in the cocoon. And you don't talk about that part so much, right? It's like, oh, a caterpillar and then a butterfly, and it just happens. But there's this part where the caterpillar makes the cocoon and then becomes this transformative, like, mush. And certainly relating to this right now, personally, we have just moved from our studio in Johnny Cake Hill, and now we are at 675 Orchard Street near the Cove in New Bedford. And we're at that part where the transformation, we're like in the cocoon, and things feel like, oh my gosh, like everything is just realigning, reorganizing, and it's really great to remember to just, stay rhythmic, stay in it as things transform. And physically, in the physical world, when you're making a move, right? So we've just moved from one studio to another. When you're making a move, it's really obvious, that part in the middle, right? You pack up all the things, you decide what you don't want anymore. How cleansing is that? When you move, you get to decide what you don't want anymore. So you pack it all up, it goes to the new place, and then you start to unpack, and you start to make the place that you're moving into yours. And you don't just stop in the middle, right? You don't just stop and say, forget it. Like when the move starts to get difficult or challenging, that's a really nice word. Let's use that word, challenging. When the move starts to get challenging, you don't just say, okay, forget it. We're just going to stop right here. We're not going to move. We're going to just stay in limbo between the worlds, and we're going to leave whatever stuff is still at the old place. We're going to leave it. We're not going to unpack this place. We're just going to stop. It's gotten challenging. Right? We don't do that. We don't do that. We keep going. We keep going. So it's like this with a heart or spiritual transformation, if you will, or an energetic transformation. Right? You realize, okay, I want to transform, I want to change, I want to metamorphosis. We'll make up words, it's fun. And then halfway through, what starts to happen sometimes is people might get discouraged when it gets challenging, because the lighter you go, the lighter you become, the more light shines on the shadow places. The more comes up it comes up to be healed. How exciting is that? Right? As you're moving, you get to see what might have been tucked away in a corner you didn't even know was there anymore. You get to bring it up and say, hey, am I going to keep this? Am I going to dust it off and bring it to the new place? Or am I going to, send it off on its merry way? So it's just like this when we transform ourselves. So we don't want to pause or stop or say it's getting too difficult. As the light starts to get brighter and brighter and shines on all those places that are coming up to be healed, we don't want to just stop and say, oh, it's gotten too challenging. Stay rhythmic, drink lots of water. Keep shining that light on all those places that are coming up to be healed, all those places in your field, in your energy field that you might have tucked away. Bring them up, dust them off, right? Love it all anyway. Love the transformation. Give that a shot. Giggle when the box that you're carrying has too many things in it and it falls over. Giggle, right? Just why not? But what we don't want to do is go back. And we realize that when we're transforming, when we're moving from a physical place to another physical place, right? We've already signed a lease, we've let go of the other lease. So there really is no going back. You've got to just fly right through. So when you make a commitment to transform and you start to walk rhythmically on the earth and stuff comes up, the light shines so bright that stuff comes up to be healed. Remember that, right? But make that commitment to yourself. It's like you've let go of the old lease and you've signed that new lease to move on and transform. So when we know that this is happening, we can give ourselves a break. Okay, this is the transformation. This is what I signed up for. This is what I signed up for. To be real and not just be positive and just say, I'm just going to be positive. Of course, that's a good step. It's a good step, right? We want to do that. But we want to be real and shine light and really, truly transform. So that means our compassionate witness comes into play. And we compassionately witness all these, whatever's coming up for us. My teacher, Lisa, says, as deep as you go is as light as you will become. So the deeper the shadow that's being illuminated, the lighter you'll become. So let's remember that as we're not only going through transformations, we're making commitment to transform personally on a personal level, right? On our cellular levels, within our own beings and our own relationships. Let's be really kind to the bigger transformation that's going on, the bigger transitioning that's going on, the bigger moving that's going on. Let's be really kind to each other, really kind to ourselves. See it all and love unconditionally anyway. See it all and love it. We can even, dare I say, we can even get excited that this stuff is coming up. We get to work through movement, whatever it is that keeps you in your flow, that keeps you light, that keeps you, whatever that is, right? Whatever's coming up for you now, walking in nature. As I'm saying this, whatever is coming up for you, whatever you're feeling, that's what it is. That's what it is. Let that be a support for your transformation. Let that be a support for your big move. If I could stop and pan around the room right now, you would see there's ladders everywhere. There's the dust that Neil just dusted the lights up above that haven't been dusted in who knows how long, you know? All the dust is just waiting to be swept up. There's pieces of wood that are finding their places along the trim of the windows. The instruments haven't quite found this is where I go spot yet. But there is this light sparkling off the water that I can see right out the window over here. There's this light pouring in through the windows. And we are honoring this big, great transformation that's happening. We're seeing it all, and we're loving each other, and we're loving it. We're loving it all. We're loving it all. So do that for yourself. Sign that lease. Sign that lease on the old place, on your old way of doing things. Sign the lease. And love it. You don't have to judge. Oh my gosh, don't judge where you've come from. Not at all. Not at all. Sign the lease to transform. And then commit and don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit halfway through if the moving gets challenging, if the transforming gets challenging. Stay with it. Stay with it. Eat high vibrational food. Drink lots of water. If anybody offers to help, let them say, yes, come on in. There's some cleaning to do. Let people support you. It takes a village. Hashtag it takes a village. Let people come in, and all these people that have expertise on whatever, if they've got your highest light in mind, if they're coming from their own hearts, and make sure they're not coming from a place of fear, right? It's not about fear. It's about just love, and yeah, I can help with that. Let people support you. Personal transformations, and also whatever other transformations going on for you. Whatever other transformations going on for your relationships, your families, your city, the country, the world. Let's stay in it. Let's make that commitment to each other to let the light shine on all the dark places that are coming up to be healed, all the dusty corners. Let the light shine in. Let's do that for each other. Speak to each other heart to heart as these transformations are happening. Let's root into that. Let's really make this conscious awareness to shift into our compassionate witness now for this meditation. So we're watching ourselves breathe. We're watching our human experience. Again, compassion, unconditional love. Like you're watching a baby sleep in a crib. Watch yourself this way. Connect to the pulse. Connect to the spirit of the oceans. The spirit of the mountains, the trees, the wind. Talk about support for transformation, nature, non-judgmental support for transformation. Go take a walk in nature. Oh. Connect to the pulse. Connect to the beat of your heart. Connect to the wisdom of your ancestors. They're there to support your transformation. Absolutely. And they've done it. They've done this. They've done the ultimate transformation. Listen to their messages. Can hear them on the wind. Root into the light of truth. Root into your own beam of light energy, your pranic tube that pulses up and down the front of your spine. Connects you with the light of the center of the earth. Connects you with the light of source, the energy of source. Connect to your breath. As your lungs expand, right? This is what's happening. The lungs expand. And we don't actually pull the breath in. What happens is as the lungs expand, the breath, the air rushes in. So we're allowing. As the lungs expand, the breath rushes in. As we expand in our transformation, create space in our lives, right? We dust out. We dust off the old shelves. We dust out the old corners. We unpack those boxes that have been in the attic. Or maybe we just throw them out without even opening them. As we unpack, as we create space, the universe rushes in, and this guides our transformation even more, makes it that much more powerful. We create space, and the universe can rush in. So feel that as you breathe, this beautiful representation of just creating space and allowing, filling up. Feel the universe rush in. Feel that energy come in. And the exhale, with love and gratitude, we're exhaling what is no longer serving us. Continue to breathe like that. Continue to feel and honor the energy of big transformation. Allowing the sound waves from the singing bowls to create sacred geometric patterns in your body, in your energy field. The deeper we go, the lighter we'll become. We can honor that light. The higher we vibrate, the lighter, the brighter we shine. We're shining light on all the shadow, all those dark places coming up to be healed. Unpacking the boxes, deciding what no longer serves us. Doing it all with so much compassion and unconditional love. Compassionate witness. Witnessing our human experience. Changing our relationship to challenges. Shining light on places where new growth, the energy of new growth can happen. Shining light on what could use some dusting, polishing the mirror. So we can remember, just like when we move from one physical place to another, that transition, that transformation that happens. Keep going through it, keep unpacking the boxes, keep moving. We wouldn't stop in the middle of a physical move and say, oh, forget it. This move is too challenging. Right? We've signed the lease. We've signed the lease. Sign the lease of your transformation. Sign up for it. Let go of the lease of the old place and transform. With all your rhythmic practices for support and your community for support. High vibrational community for support. Takes a village. Taking a few moments here. Really rest in the high vibration of the intention we set for this meditation. Feel the ebb and flow, feel the pulse, feel the support of the energy that we all created here. Whether you're watching this, you're participating in this another time, or you're here, you're on Zoom, you're on Instagram. Time and space. We're all in this together. We're all here together. And allow your eyes to gently open. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's transform. Let's keep going through it. Shine light. There's a lot of light in here. There's a lot of light in here.